is happening at all Aga Khan outlets for 9,950 shillings. Make sure that your health is A+.
The good thing about this is once you get there, the medics will actually have a conversation with you, right? They tell you, all right, so here, eat a bit more, punguza ugali, nini, like that, exercise more, sleep more. Are you sleeping enough? No, you're not sleeping enough, so sleep some more, increase the number of hours that you sleep. All this is very, very, very important. 9,950. The Situation Room live on Spice FM, on KTN Home, on KTN News, on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Radio Garden, everywhere. Tuko na Mheshimiwa Rais.
Watu wa Machakos hamjambo. Mimi nimekuja hapa kwa sababu ya hii mpango ya stima na mpango ya maji na ya barabara. Hii barabara yenu ya kutoka hapa Devki kwenda mpaka Kinanie. Mimi hii barabara nilikuwa nimeweka 1.78 billion. Sasa nimepea huyu contractor anaitwa JV China na huyu mwingine anaitwa Global Link. Tayari tumekwisha lipa 238 million. Tuko na deni kidogo ya 237 million. Mimi nitaenda nikarabati hiyo. Nitazungumza na huyu mjumbe wenu. Na huyu governor huyu, sijui kama huyu ni mama ama ni msichana huyu. Mimi nitazungumza na huyu governor wa Vinya. Sasa kwa hii finance bill inakuja, tutaweka mpango ingine ya pesa ya hii barabara ya kutoka hapa Devki kwenda mpaka Kinanie. Ni kweli si kweli?
Kweli.
Sijui kama tunaelewana. Sasa nataka mnisikize hivi na msikize vizuri. Tunataka siasa ambayo sio ya fujo. Hatutaki kukosa amani katika taifa letu. Tunataka amani katika taifa letu. Mimi nimezungumza na hawa mabishop na hawa intercessors. Waombee Kenya yetu ili Kenya yetu iwe na amani. Hawa Gen Z wanasema ati wao wako faceless, ati wako leaderless. Mimi nataka niwaeleze. Tuko na 160,000 jobs za mjengo katika mpango wetu wa housing. Hawa wanaweza kwenda wafanye hiyo kazi badala ya kufuatilia hii miradi ya serikali ambayo pesa imelipwa na imesimama. Ni kweli si kweli? Hebu nione kwa mkono. Salale. Kumbe nyinyi watu wa Spice FM mmejielewa.
Ati Kinanie.
You know what?
So from Devki, this is along Mombasa Road.
Yes.
This is at the intersection getting to Mavokolo on one side and then going to Kinanie on the other side.
Yes.
There's a road there, yes. It actually, that road crosses past Kinanie to go and meet with Kangunda Road on the other side.
Yes.
Allocated
1 billion. 1,785 million 779,000. That was in 2021.
That's the budget for in 2021. That's when the project was.
That was when the project began, 15th July 2021.
Okay.
That's when the contract was signed. So the contractor there was supposed to build a 7-meter carriage, 7-meter wide carriage, lined drains, and 2-meter wide walkways on both sides of the road for a 25-kilometer distance. Out of the 1.7 billion, he's already been certified to be paid 476 million. All right. Out of that 476 million, he has already been paid 238,434,000. He has refused to work because he has not been paid 237,570,000.
Okay.
But now, the Auditor General, in the Auditor General's report, says this. In the circumstances, there is a risk of breach of contract obligation by the authority, and delayed payment may attract interest and penalties, thus escalating the project cost. That's what the Auditor General says.
So the Auditor General is saying, if you don't pay this balance, because it's already a certificate is out that you ought to pay, then you're going to accrue penalties.
Yes.
This 476 million shillings that was certified to be paid, it was against what works?
If you go to the ground, it's a horror movie. And you can confirm. You see, this is a very respected station. When I come here, we don't say rumors. I've been to the ground. I have seen it myself. I even recorded a video on that road and recorded it for Kenyans to see it. There's no road. What I can say is that there is maram, some form of maram grading, and when you come from Devki, there are like 4 or 5 culverts.
Okay. 238 million shillings is what has been paid already.
Yes.
One would expect that a road which is what, give or take 25 kilometers?
25 kilometers.
Right? Devki to Kinani would by now, with 238 million shillings, at least semblance of tarmac would be visible. Something
like 6 kilometers of tarmac.
So there's 6 kilometers of tarmac done so far.
No,
what is
I'm
that?
saying is that
That's what you
out
expect.
of what has been paid, I expect
have
about 6
expected
kilometers of tarmac.
But
Yes.
kuna lami kwa hiyo barabara bwana.
Wapi?
See at the beginning of the road.
No, that the tarmac that is there is the one that branches off from Mombasa Road, and that tarmac is not more than 100 meters, and that one used to be there. It has not been done by this contractor.
Okay.
That was an access road that was done when Mombasa Road was being built. Nothing. The only thing I've told you that is there is maram and some culverts.
So with 238 million shillings, what has actually been done on this road, which is 25 kilometers, is that it has been marammed and some culverts have been put in. 238 million.
Some sections have been marammed. Other sections are really bad. Extremely bad, especially when it's raining. Because Athi River, you know, some of its water comes to that road and it washes away bridges and everything.
Yep.
So there are very deep holes there. There are unpassable places there in Kenya, and it's very dusty. When it's dry, it's very dusty. When it's wet, it's unpassable. And actually, the governor for Machakos County lives on that road.
When this certificate was issued, which is the authority? Is the authority Kanha or Kura?
The authority for this road is Kura.
So when the certificate was issued, because of course, in a 1.7 billion shilling project, it's paid on milestones. So there's a milestone that was supposed to have been achieved for 476 million shillings to be paid. And the authority said, yes, you've hit the milestone, you ought to be paid. Have you seen the documents that show what milestone this was?
No, I've not been able to see those documents, and they are not publicly available unless Kura gives us those documents, which they will not give willingly. May have actually to take them to court for the right to information before they give you those documents, unless maybe you invite the director for Kura here to bring those documents with him. But a ground verification, as I recorded for you a video, is that there's very little to justify 400 and something million that has been certified for payment. Extremely little, negligible.
And the contractor is not on site.
The contractor is not on site. If the contractor was on site, I would have said, well, this is an ongoing thing. We cannot justify this as a stalled project. This is an ongoing project. The contractor is on the site. But I've toured that road now twice. The contractor is not on the site. I've spoken to residents. I spoke to border operators around the area. I spoke to some people that I found at Kinani's center and stage and asked them whether this contractor usually comes on site, and the contractor is not on site. And the reason the contractor is not on site is because he has not been paid 237,570,925 shillings.
Where?
Take a deep breath.
Yeah. So I think Edna will be able to put up this particular post on the screen, and maybe she'll be able to just show it, because I've seen the video, and we are looking at the video of how the road looks like. I've been on this road before, and I know clearly it's one of those. You walk on that road, you will be knee deep in dust. You drive on that road, and it's dusty. And the people of Kenani deserve better, especially if a project was already commissioned, it has started, it has gone on, some payments are due, payments are not complete. Now what's happening is an accrual of interest because the contractor has not been paid. So the interest is accruing. Contractor, when the contractor comes back, he'll be coming back, first of all, demanding interest and then money for the next phase.
There's another thing that we might forget.
Yeah.
Time. You know, in all contracts, when we are drafting contract, even as lawyers,
Yeah.
we always write a clause that says time is of the essence.
Yeah.
That's why whenever you're going even into a contract to purchase land, you're told that completion date within 90 days. Time is of the essence in the implementation of government projects. This project, the contract was signed on 15th July 2021. Now, according to this contract, the completion date is 14th July 2024. We are way past 14th July 2024.
That's the completion.
That's the completion date according to the contract.
From Kinania, you go zip up to Kangunda Road.
By 14 July 2024, we should be sliding on that road like kids sliding in a park. But we are way past 14 July 2024, and still there's very little to show for this project. You see, if 50% was done, we'll say, well, let's do a contract to extend. Probably we were delayed by ABCD. Let's do a contract. Let's extend the time for the contractor. But this contractor has had from 2021 to do this road. This road, money has already been allocated. He has already been paid part of the money. And see.
And there is nothing on that road that you can see that in any way justifies the money that he was paid.
Yeah.
Bit of a problem there, isn't it?
Complete.
It's a bit of a problem.
Complete.
Did you consider, for instance, that if we look at the planning and the budgeting for roads in Kenya, any consideration for a percentage that perhaps a percentage of roads vis-a-vis what was planned and what was supposed to have been completed, understanding what is not completed, given the huge array of roads that were supposed to have been completed by a certain time?
Sorry, come back again. I lost you.
Not a problem. Let me start again. Once upon a time, there was a plan to build roads in Kenya. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm asking whether you took the time to understand of the roads that were planned, because they are numbered and there are details as to what these roads are, where they go. They start from where they go to. Then there's a little detail of roads that, given the time that they were planned for, those that have been completed vis-a-vis those who are not completed, 1, 2. Those that were paid for, and there's evidence of the money that was actually spent being evidenced on the road itself, meaning you can look at the road and say, this one is commensurate with what this person was paid. Have you perhaps considered that, or given thought to that consideration?
Yes, I've given thought to it, and I have lots of documents of roads that have been planned and done in Kenya, but there are quite many. So going through them is also not easy, and even visiting all of them is not easy either. But this is what I can say. I've been able to pick those ones that stand out, especially from the audit reports. For example, I've mentioned to you the Nuno Modogashi Road. Now, apart from the Nuno Modogashi Road, a bulk of the roads that have a problem in Kenya are in Mombasa and Coast Province. A bulk of them. The highest number, it's in Mombasa and Kilifi and Kwale region. I'll be headed there next to go and show you those roads, how much was paid, and their current situation. The other challenge, City, that you need to understand we have with this issue of roads is, yes, we have roads that were budgeted for, launched, but never started. But we also have roads that were budgeted for, launched, they started, but were never finished. Then we have roads that were budgeted for, launched, they were done, but very poor quality. I was in Malava, I think it's on Saturday. After the president launched the Malava water project, I was there in Malava. He had launched a road there, which begins from Malava town. I looked at the road and I found that it already has potholes in spite of the fact that it's only 1 year old. It already has a pothole, that road in Malava. So I'm worried about the quality of the works that is being done and whether there is actually quality inspections of our roads to ensure that they are done to a desirable standard, to a standard that is, I want to mention this road to you. It's called the Malava Kimangeti Ikoli Road, launched by His Excellency Honorable William Samoei Ruto, 29th April 2023. Now that road is incomplete first to begin with. But luckily the contractor is on site. But the section that he has already done, it already has potholes.
Okay.
Well, it's still on site.
It already has potholes.
It is still on site.
There's a resident engineer. There's, of course, the engineer that's supervising this project. The questions then would be asked of this engineer. So are you, ticking the box and saying,
doing
yes,
his job right?
proceed,
Yeah.
continue, issuing certificates of completion for payment, for the partial payment of these roads as this is going on? These are questions that we keep asking all the time. We found the video for Kenani.
This road should be complete. If you check the latest
Edna, you can put it on the
Auditor
screen.
General's report for the financial year 2022-2023, the contractor for this road has already been paid 238 million, and he says bado serikali iko na deni yake ya 200 and something million, ndio maana hajafanya kazi. I'm going to show you shortly how the road looks like and its conditions so that you see your 238 million mahali imefika. And also you judge for yourself. The contractor on this road is, let me check for you so that I don't. The contractor for this project is JV China Aerospace Construction Group Kenya Limited and Global Link East Africa Limited. Majina mzuri sikudanganye. These are just the same guys hiding under big names. So nafika hapa, this is Kinania Police Post, and that is a signage to Kinania High School, and this is Kinania Center. So, angalia sasa muone where your 238 million is. Sawa sawa? Haya. Unaona? Yo. Ndio hii barabara yetu.
I'm telling you.
And so, Morara, you say you went through this road, the entire stretch.
The whole of it.
This is what
This is
you
what it
find
looks like, actually.
everywhere from beginning to the end.
Yes.
It was launched in 2021. It's supposed to have been completed by June this year.
Yes. By July.
When were you here?
I was there last week.
In August.
Yes, this is August. I was there last week. That's Devki
This is
Kinani
the road.
Road.
And this
Okay.
is the road.
Yes.
This one.
Uji Power.
This is the road. Okay. Now the thing
So
is,
I was there on the 14th of August. 14th of August. Today is 19th August. I was there 5 days ago. Yes.
where? Now, as we conclude this conversation, Morara, people have been sending you messages and telling you, come and check out our roads.
Yes.
People have also been saying, we'd like to support you. I want us to end on the side of the support, because people are saying we don't have maybe the time to go here, but Morara, you've decided you can go on our behalf. If I send you to a certain place, you'll go, and I can even contribute and donate. Do you have a formal way of receiving this support?
No, for now it's very informal, but I intend to build. Actually, I'm thinking of now going into governance, into taking the call of calling for good governance, and to abandon my business, because I think I'm done with making money. It's not that it is enough, but I need a new sense of purpose. I need a new direction, and I think I found my purpose on this earth. I want to do something that is not about money, but that advances the cause of humanity. So I'm establishing an office. I'm going to hire staff. We're going to do very good research on all these projects and visit all of them. Our mission is civic education, because we feel that we are losing it on civic education, more especially to people who are in villages and rural and slum settlements. We need to communicate to them so that they understand what we mean by corruption in now real, brought real, in example. How is corruption affecting them in their village?
Right.
When you tell somebody about corruption of something that happened in Nairobi, they themselves have never been in Nairobi, or when they came to Nairobi, it was just for an event and they went back. They don't get. But when you tell them about a project that is just next to them, that they use every day, for example, when you talk to them about the Ikumbi Road, which is a road that the president launched, but it has never begun. It is in Murang'a County. So when you tell them about projects that are near them, they get it. You are able to break it down to them. So I believe this is something that we should do. Yes, I've been getting some support from Kenyans. They've been sending me M-Pesa for fuel. It has really assisted me in terms of fuel. So far, I've been able to use 4 full tanks. A full tank for the vehicle is like 18,000. That's about 72,000. So I'm still on with it. I've not stopped, and I'm not about to stop. I have so many projects that I need to visit. I need to go to the Mikinduri, Kunathi, Kadhidhini Road in Meru. That's a place I need to go. I need to go to Ichamara, Rutune, Mukurueini Road in Nyeri. I need to go to Ruringu Stadium in Nyeri.
Water Stadium.
I need to go to Isiolo International Airport.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to go to Githurai Market. I need to go to Olenguruoni Stadium in Kuresoi South. This is Nakuru County. I need to go to the stadium in Wote, which in 3 months will be complete. I need to go to Kwale, Mwache Multipurpose Dam. I need to visit that dam. I need to go to Meru. There is a road there for Wero Tea Factory. I need to visit it. I need to go to Bungoma at Sangalo Industrial Park. I need to go and see it. And many, many other projects that Kenyans have been sending me in my inbox, in messages. Of course, the messages are so many, they are overwhelming. But I've brought on a team of 2 more people to assist me shift through the messages, find the ones that are relevant, research them, find out the details, so that we visit them, so that we inform Kenyans about what is happening in their own backyard and how we are actually losing money through either corruption or poor workmanship or interest on late payments or pending bills. You know, people assume that because we have pending bills, we are making a saving, but it is not true. As long as we have a pending bill, there's an interest that is accruing. That's why I told you on the Nuno Modogashe Road, the contractor was paid 86 million extra for interest for late payment. So that's 86 million of public funds lost right there.
We'll invite you again.
Thank you.
So you can come and tell us where else you've gone to and the better research that you'll have done with your team. Yes. All the best to you. Asante sana. People are saying we should add you time. We'll add you time by inviting you again and again. It's 9:03. Let's get the news and then more conversations. Good morning.